Today we're looking at 15 reasons why people don't find love. Today it's all about a special topic, love. The complicated feelings we have about love, or rather the lack of love in our lives, is well documented in songs, movies, or books, but we rarely take the time to analyze them better. And while those super catchy love songs are very relatable, there are some problems in the way they portray relationships. The truth is that real love is complicated, and real-life relationships are hard. More often than not, successful relationships take a lot of patience, time, and a good dose of setting the right expectations. If you're new here, welcome. Be sure to subscribe. So, whether you're now in a relationship or are currently searching for one, sit back, relax, and enjoy our list of 15 reasons why people don't find love. Number 1. You're looking for the wrong traits. What do you look for when you're looking for love? Some people even make a list or have a fixed idea about the person they're going to marry. If only he or she would come along already. The problem with this thinking is that you don't even realize what's wrong with the list itself. Many of the traits we usually associate with the perfect partner are actually bad for your relationship. Take, for instance, I want a spouse who never complains. That can be okay for a while, but when things get tough, this person will bottle up their feelings, and you won't have the opportunity to fix your relationship problems. Not to mention that good looks, social status, and money might be important for you, but if you're only looking for that, it's very likely it's not going to work out. So maybe it's time to look for someone responsible and considerate before cool and hot. Number 2. You have unrealistic standards. When we first fall in love, we invariably only see the good aspects about a person's personality or their behavior. Nothing can be bad about your new girlfriend or boyfriend, right? Unfortunately, this image will start to fall apart after a few months when you realize that they're only human. And that's what you should be looking for anyway. Setting way too high or unrealistic standards is a way to ensure yourself that you're never going to find someone. For example, you want to marry a hot billionaire who can fly planes? How realistic is that? In order to find out, take a look in the mirror. What do you have to offer? Because a lot of the time, the trouble with people is that they attract who they are. So you might want to look at yourself first in order to find out who might be attracted to you. Not happy with who you are? Well, start working on yourself, and you might find that one perfect human you're so desperately searching for. Number 3. You have low self-esteem. Look, it's not something that you might be willing to admit or even realize, but it's better to be honest with yourself before going on a search for the one. There's no shame in trying to fix your low self-confidence or how you see yourself. Self-esteem issues usually start in childhood and won't go away unless you work them out. Common signs include the tendency to apologize way too much, poor social skills, not taking credit for your accomplishments, and telling way too many self-deprecating jokes. It can even be bad for your finances since you buy things to impress other people, including stuff you don't actually like. Finding someone won't fix your confidence issues. It just tricks you into feeling better about yourself since you receive external validation. But be careful not to fall into the trap, because you might end up unhappy when the other person fails to meet your validation expectations. Number 4. You're way too needy. You know that weird feeling of incompleteness most of us feel in times of loneliness and sadness? Neediness is a state of mind in which you feel incomplete and alone and want to fill this need with the validation of another human, most of the time in the form of a relationship. Not being able to deal with some loneliness every once in a while is dangerous for you, since there's no person in the world that will be able to cure the existential void we all carry inside. And that's a fact scientists spent a lot of time researching. Remember this, if you were unhappy before a relationship, chances are you'll feel unhappy in it after all the butterflies go away. What you need to do is start improving the relationship with yourself and to embrace every feeling you have. Dig the reasons and start building the best version of you. Number 5. You're stuck in the past. Going through a breakup is usually very difficult to do, and it's absolutely normal to feel like you don't want to date for a while. However, as relationship expert Barry Selby puts it, This is a valid reason if it's only been a few weeks or even a month or two. Everyone is different, and you can't really put an expiry date on how long you're supposed to grieve after a relationship ends. However, if it's been more than a year and you're still hung up on that one person or keeping yourself at a distance, you might need to start exploring what's keeping you back from dating again, because things might be a little bit more complicated than they seem. Are you still hurting and didn't get the chance to get some closure? Maybe it's time to call that ex and set some things straight in order to move on. Do you miss certain things you used to do together? You might find similar traits in someone else. Are you secretly hoping that you'll get back together and want to make yourself available for the future occasion? Well, you know what they say. If it's meant to happen, it'll happen. Why not allow yourself to explore other alternatives in the meantime? Number 6. You're not actually searching for love. This may sound like a no-brainer, right? Well, the truth is, most people won't really know what they're searching for and end up feeling miserable and unhappy for the wrong reasons. Love is a great feeling to search for, and shared love is what most of us aspire to, but stop for a moment and think about it. Are you sure a partner is what you need at the moment? Are you sure you're putting in the effort to find your significant other? Because being caught in a routine and not stepping out of your comfort zone and out of your friend circle might hurt the ability to find someone to share your feelings with. Or maybe you're just looking for sporadic affection, but you don't really want to invest time and energy into a relationship, in which case, maybe a dog will do. Number 7. You don't love yourself enough. Even if it sounds like an annoying cliche, trust us, you have to love yourself to love somebody else. Putting yourself first isn't selfish, and people can exploit this side of you if you're not careful. Having healthy self-esteem is probably the most underrated trait when searching for love. Many successful people got to where they are because they trusted themselves enough and have a realistic image of who they are. In addition, people find confidence sexy, and if you love yourself, you'll make others see how awesome you really are. So next time you go on a date, remember that at the end of the day, your relationship with yourself is the longest and most important relationship you will ever have. So you'd better start liking yourself and cheer for yourself a lot more from now on. Number 8. You don't work on yourself. Remember that validation thing? Look, we all want to be praised, respected, and admired. We want people to notice things about us, but sometimes this need is taken to an extreme. Oftentimes we worry so much about what others think that we do nothing or not enough for ourselves. Plus, it's very convenient just to sit around and complain about not finding someone because it's not you, it's them. Again, it's hard to work on yourself, but in the end, it is so worth it. You don't even have to change many things since you can prioritize different aspects, such as your job, starting a fitness regimen, or becoming more social. And even if you don't get into a relationship,